In this activity, we are going to create a filter in our DHCP server to selectively allow or deny devices on our network to receive IP addresses. This can be extremely helpful if you have, say, a rogue device that somebody keeps bringing in and using up company resources, and you simply want to block them from getting a DHCP address. Let's check it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off on server DM1, and underneath filters here, I'm going to right click and IPv4. Under allow, right click and say new filter. There we go. Here we type in the MAC address of whatever device we have. The book gives us a sample MAC address. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, and then add. Let's go and close that. Because this is an allow filter, in theory, whatever device this is should be allowed into the environment. So I can hard code allowed devices in my environment based on MAC addresses, as well as I can hard code denied devices in my environment. You'll notice that there are little down arrows next to each of these folders, which means these filters are disabled by default, which is fine because this was simply a sample filter that we were going to be creating and not an actual production environment. The next thing we can do is try to use an existing lease to create a filter. So if we come up to our address leases underneath our scope and refresh the page, we will see server SA1 right there. We're going to go ahead and right click on this and say add to filter and then deny. Deny. Yeah, so we will create a deny filter for this specific MAC address. So deny. And now when I look to my deny filters, I see server SA1 right there. By default, this is not enabled, so I need to actually right click, I believe, right click deny and enable. So my deny filters will now apply in my environment. With that being said, we just went ahead and for server SA1, we denied our our DHCP address. So on SA1, I'm going to come in here, ipconfig/renew, and this is going to take a moment, but basically SA1 is requesting over and over and over an update or a renewal of its IP address. And it's just going to time out and give me an error. Error occurred while renewing. Unable to contact your DHCP server. Well, let's try it again. Instead of renew, I'm going to do ipconfig/release, which is a way of giving up our DHCP address, and then ipconfig/renew, which again is asking for the address again, and again, it will time out. Once this times out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to DM1 and just disable the deny filters. And then to confirm that that was in fact what was occurring, I will confirm that SA1 can renew its IP address at that point. All right, well, this is taking a significant amount of time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to press Control-C on my keyboard, and that will cancel the renewal process. We know it's going to time out anyways. We don't necessarily need to wait for it. I'm going to come back here to DM1. I'm going to right-click again where it says deny, and I'm going to say disable. So I will disable my deny filters, come back to SA1, up arrow, enter, and I should fairly quickly renew my IP address for Ethernet 0. Hooray!